Anyway.
That's where it starts.
And on that bombshell.
Shall we play some D&D?
Yeah.
Oh, I think we probably should.
Hello, would you like to do an
Go on,
intro?
then.
I'd love to.
Influences.
We have a sponsor today.
Like she's looking for props.
I am. We have a sponsor today. We actually have a sponsor.
Bloody hell.
Because
Who is it?
it'll give me a second to make one up.
But it's long finger.
Who is it?
No, we have basically it's an advert for grief after losing family members. So if you have lost a family member in a vortex to another plane of existence because one of your party, two of your party couldn't hold on to them as they floated away. Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? Welcome to Neverwinter. The font died 20. There.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Last session in a nutshell. There we go.
Lovely.
There's a little teaser for James because he wasn't
What
here
we'll
last
do
week.
is
Don't really follow me to
we'll do a
recap
separate video where I play a therapist and we have Benedict on a couch.
Yeah.
This is the whole
Talking through his
this is the
grief.
whole session today.
And everyone else is just sat on chairs in a corridor outside the door.
James, were you
Waiting
here
their
last
turn.
session? You were not, were you?
I was not afraid, but I
Who would
heard
like
all
to
about
do
it.
a recap for James and yourselves? Because it's been a while. We've had a little
What
break.
episode are we on now?
31
30.
now.
31.
Yeah.
You know,
fact.
2-1. I just stopped writing them somewhere along the line.
Right, who would like to do the recap? Don't or John.
No one wants to bring up the fact that
It's all very sad.
And that about covers it, yeah.
Yeah.
So the fight with the Korat started. I'll just do it this time. For you,
Thank
James. The fight with the Korat
Yes.
started. The fight went okay. I think no one died.
Looking at the
Really?
map, I would argue that the fight did not go okay.
The fight did not go okay. If I recall, Magda, you went down.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, Magda went down.
There was some fuckery trying to push monodrones into the lava between Risen and Rin. Rin almost going in the lava himself. But you almost lost your brother as well.
Oh god.
But everyone survived. The Korat disappeared, stating that he will be back and the debt will be paid. Go.
need to bring out you have a broken toe.
Oh yes,
James.
you do have a broken leg.
Jack
We'll
does.
explain
Yeah.
momentarily. Yes.
Yeah. Just giving you a little bit there.
After that, Anthony told them where the family was being held in stasis tanks. So everyone ran to save the family and Anthony and get them out of the factory, all whilst the factory was imploding and being sucked into the portal to Mechanis as the machine shut down. And just as they were going all very close to getting out the door, Jack and Rin did not roll very well to keep hold of their family members.
Yeah.
So Francesca, Gregory, and Hyacinth are slipped out of your grasps and are now somewhere else.
The youngest ones.
It's the two babbies and Francesca. Why I can't remember why James has a broken toe.
Because I needed to carry on raging.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jack was frozen.
Yes.
Jack was a hold person or
It was that gas from
That was
the
it,
big
it was the
5
paralyzed
gas,
yeah. Vial blue bastard.
and Risen
was
needed to
paralysed.
keep raging, so you've got a broken toe now.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
really
you
sorry.
stamped on his toe.
Fair enough.
Yep. Fair enough.
Hey, in my defense, it could have been worse.
I don't think I missed anything.
We got outside with the
Una.
rest of the families, and that was about that.
You got outside of the rest of the family as you watched the last of the factory being pulled into the portal, and much like when the creatures disappear and reappear, it sort of happened in a very sort of implosion. Everything was sucked in, including the ground beneath the factory, and just and there was nothing left.
Yeah.
So as you now, sorry, go on.
Sorry, one other thing did happen, which is that it's now canon to call Benedict's breast weapon a breast weapon.
Oh, yes, yeah. I had a slip of the tongue, and no one's ever going to let me forget it. Apparently,
I underlined that breast. Breast weapon.
Breast. Thanks, Jen.
Okay.
I underlined breast.
I underlined all the important things. Siblings still in the tank and breast weapon.
From what I heard, the rolls were exceptionally bad.
They started off well, and then everyone got worse and worse.
Oh no, I mean Jack and Rins in particular.
One, wasn't it?
It was 2 nat ones.
2 nat ones. That was
2 nat ones.
We're here.
2 nat ones and a 4 or something along those lines. It was like,
When you watch the recording, you can see Ant's face literally go, "Fuck."
Yeah, I don't think there was anything else we could have done, unfortunately.
No.
And I think it was mentioned that the townspeople are no longer under whatever control they were under.
You don't know, you've literally just ran outside.
No idea.
And that's where we ended the session. So, as you run outside, you see, first of all, the copper dome that once encased Rivenwald. I can't speak now, I've said about slip of the tongue. The copper dome that encased Rivenwald has now shattered. All around you, you can see it all throughout the town, are these huge shards of this almost glass-like material, like through houses, jutted into the ground. You see like smaller bits are like stabbing into trees, and all around you, like it's clearly just shattered and fallen in on the entire village. You see behind you, where the factory was, just this huge, perfectly carved out crater of the circle that the portal made as it imploded in on itself. As you look around, you see that the townspeople are starting to wake up in the streets. They're confused. There's people sort of shivering. There's people shouting as that freezing that you saw on the way in just slowly wears off of them. As you walk outside and you place the remaining family members down off your shoulders, out of your arms, they're alive. They're unconscious. But you can see faint breathing from all of them. Their skin has this weird sort of sheen on it, which is clearly just this what is lingering from that fluid that they were in when you pulled them out of the tanks. Benedict, Anthony is near you after being put down by Magda, and Magda, as you put him down, he just falls to his knees. You see that head almost touching the ground, breathing heavy, not looking up.
I'm going to go to pat him on the shoulder, but probably a bit harder than he would like at this moment. Kind of like a there, but it's like...
He sort of just like that and doesn't really say anything.
Are we, so just so that I'm aware, are we holding any of Jack and Rin holding any of the other family members,
Not
or
anymore.
it was all the ones that they had held? No, well, I understood that. I got that bit. I was trying to figure out how many they were holding, but all of the ones they were holding, they're obviously no longer holding.
Jacqueline was holding Francesca, and because Gregory and Hyacinth were literally like 7 years old. No, they were like 10 years old. Sorry, he had one under each arm. Yeah. So Rin was holding 2, Jack was holding 1, but they were the ones that, due to bad rolls, are no longer with us. You
Jack is
see,
gonna immediately run over to Ben.
Oh, he's on his knees. His mum's in his lap. He's sobbing.
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 Is he sobbing?
Full on ugly crying.
I'm so sorry.
He kind of is just like in his own world. He's just looking at his mother.
Look, we'll make this right. And Jack runs over to the crater and just kneels down and starts praying.
Benedict, as you are kneeling down and Violet's in your lap, you can see that your mother is breathing. There appears to be no damage to anyone you've saved. Like their clothes are still. It doesn't look like they were in any sort of tussle or fight or anything like that. Their clothes are still prim and proper. They've just got this weird fluid on them. There's no damage to them. They don't look like they've been in a fight or pushed around or anything like that. Yeah, and as you look over, you see Anthony a few feet away from you, sort of still in this doubled over position on his knees, like face almost in the dirt. And you can see that his whole body is just shaking as he's staring at the ground. But he's not looking around, he's not saying anything.
Anthony, can you hear me?
He doesn't respond at first. He's sort of this same sort of shaking. And then you watch as like he slams his hands into the ground in front of him, almost punching the earth. And he does it 2 or 3 times with these like followed by these long, heavy grunts. And you see the shaking getting worse as he pushes himself to his feet. And as he turns and looks at you, you see like there's tears streaming down his face. But there's something else you've never seen from him before. He is angry, and he is just glaring at you.
So, I'm sorry. I didn't understand. I didn't know. I'm so fucked it up.
Then you see the rest of you see now is like he stood to his full height and sort of like that posture is back, and his fists are clenched and shaking, like his arms are shaking. He's crying, but it's not sad crying.
And I immediately
just
move in between
stares.
him and Ben.
As you do, he sort of like the glare at Ben comes like settles on you for a second, and then he like goes back to Ben and you're sorry. That's it.
I'm confused. I never knew any of this was going to happen. I didn't know that I'm almost not your brother. That I was made from magic.
Still family, Ben. Still my brother.
You weren't yourself. You
No.
were under a spell.
Was under no spell, Ben. In fact, I think I was the only one who's seen clearly this entire time.
If you knew, why couldn't you tell me?
When, Ben? In a letter? Sorry, but if I recall, you were the one that fucked off 4 years ago to go and play hero and find yourself and left the whole family. When should I have told you, Benedict?
You never asked me to come home.
With family, Benedict. I shouldn't have had to. Not even a visit. Yet I was left to deal with it. Deal with the factory. deal with Mother. Deal with that thing when it turned up, talking of promises and contracts that were written before we were even born.
Why
I
couldn't you
dealt with
tell
that,
me?
Benedict, whilst you were off playing barman and trying to be a bloody hero. I was here, and it all made sense, Benedict. There is something coming. He showed me. And when it does, everyone dies. Everyone. And we could have been safe. Our family.
Everyone dies, Anthony. It's just a matter of time.
But we don't have to.
But why not explain it to me?
Did we not try in the factory?
You seem
All
to
you
like
had to
not
do was
your
sit
son.
down.
And we'd leave this plane behind, the only place we know.
We'd be together and alive. And he gestures like wildly at the crater behind you. And what now? Are we together? Did you prevent that? No. Where are they, Benedict? What's happening to them?
I don't know. You seem to know a lot more about all of that than I do. You don't. You know where they've gone.
Yes. But now we can't get there. You've seen to that. He turns from you, and you see as he starts sort of like there's a bit of a crowd starting to form around you now as everyone's sort of waking up. He turns around and he sort of like he barks some orders at some people standing by, and you watch as some people start rushing about and they start like clearing like barrows and stuff like that. And the siblings that are left, you watch as he sort of orders get them onto barrows. They're all still unconscious. He comes over and he puts his hands underneath Violet and lifts her out of your lap, leaving you on your knees on the floor.
Where are you taking them?
Home.
I'm coming with you.
I think you've done enough. You want to be with your friends and you want to play adventure and hero. Then go and do it, Benedict. I'll look after them, as I always have.
I can help fix this. We can get them back.
He looks all around at the crater, at the shards of glass littering the village, through people's houses. We've seen what happens when you try to fix brother. And he turns and he just starts walking away, and you watch as like the townspeople with the barriers start following him as he starts to walk back through the town. Towards
Jack
the manor.
Jack gets up and walks over to Anthony and stands in front of him, just staring at him.
Can I help you?
Go back and talk to them.
It's none of your business. I don't know who you are.
Go back and talk to them now.
Roll an intimidation.
I would say that seeing this also, Rin would back his brother up.
Roll an intimidation. I think what Anne said that actually because Rin lost the kids, Rin's currently a fucking mess. He's just
Rin is
starting
very,
to
very
cry.
sad.
I got 24.
Mm-hmm. He stares at you for a minute, and he doesn't turn around, But he looks back to you, Benedict. Maybe do something good. Help the town. And then we'll talk. I'll be at the house.
Jack steps aside.
As soon as you stare, he just starts walking.
I thought we were helping the town. I'm confused. Is anyone else confused? I thought we were helping the town. It was a mess, and they were all acting funny, and nobody
Jack.
seemed to know what was going on.
Magda,
And then-
no,
Back
Magda,
over
just give it
to
a
Ben.
minute.
Walks back over to Ben and tries to hug them.
He's just gonna kind of like lean into it. He's not necessarily gonna like put his arms out, but he's just gonna like.
And he just starts praying for their safety and that wherever they are, they find their way home. And guidance of us there or them home is what is needed.
I don't understand.
No. Neither do I.
Well, Benedict, I know we haven't known each other very long, and it might not mean much to you, but I think we were doing the right thing.
I think we're doing the right thing quite a lot. And I feel like maybe we haven't made one right decision.
But the town, they didn't have any free will, did they?
They didn't make.
People at
I
the
mean,
town live
I know what that looks like, Benedict. That's what was happening to me. My family were trying to train me to be something I wasn't because I didn't fit how they thought I should be. And that's what was happening to the town. They weren't making their own decisions. Did any of them want to go to that weird place that we saw? I don't think so. Were any of them asked? I don't think so.
any of them even aware that they were repeating the same loops over and over and over?
Well,
No change, no difference. People sweeping the steps with brooms that were no longer brooms. That's not life.
in my experience, Benedict, sometimes people think they're doing the right things for the right reasons, but actually what they're doing is wrong. And I think maybe your brother thought that he was doing the right thing and he was trying to protect people, but you can't force that on people. It's not right.
Thank you, Magda.
Ben, I'm really sorry we interfered. But please don't take this. I mean, we're going to be taking this on ourselves for a very, very, very long time, but please don't take any of this on yourself. At the end of the day, your brother knew where you were.
Always have contacted me.
And he didn't.
I
He
know it
could have
wasn't,
visited.
This is not your fault, Ben.
You did the
but
right
it is
thing.
kind of.
No.
But it's not. You were given the option in a high-stakes, threatening environment. There was no choice in it, no option. You were just told you were going to do it, or you were going to be forced to do it.
And why didn't they tell you from the start? Well, you didn't know. You were lied to.
They could have
That's not okay.
summoned you back and prepared you for it and explained it to you calmly, in a rational manner,
time
not
to
stood
think.
in front of some chairs they were going to plug you into.
And coming
That's
back to your
hard.
home full of those creepy things.
So you were going
They
to
had-
push back.
They had too many arms, Benedict. It was weird.
I agree.
As
That
far as you
was
were
weird.
concerned, your family was in danger. What else were you supposed to do?
You're right. It didn't feel it didn't feel like home. It didn't feel like anyone had any free will. I mean, the family were in tanks, for God's sake.
So how were you supposed to go along with a grand plan when it looked like was slavery at best?
No, I think you make some very good points. I just think Anthony is going to be very he could be unreasonable, and
I think he needs to take a step back and look at how he handles the situation.
Because this entire
If you were so
situation could have been
important-
avoided if he wasn't unreasonable.
It could have. But if you were so important, he should have asked you to come home so that he could talk to you, not ambushed you. And what if you hadn't come?
I mean, the house probably would have fallen down by the time we got back.
What if you just carried on with your life and not come? What would he have done then?
Who knows? I think the whole thing is just, I can't believe it. Coming back to find everything the way that it is, it's unlike any home I'd ever known. And I've never seen him be like this. And he says he wasn't under any spell. He did not seem himself. He felt mechanical and cold and like a machine.
Ben, I've known your family for a long time. I've worked alongside you grew up with you in that house. Your brother's a dick.
She's not wrong.
Not that much of a dick, you know. He's
Got to start somewhere.
a stressed. He's a stressed man. He did have a lot on his plate, and I
I know when I'm
forgot.
stressed, I like putting a whole village under a spell and not giving them any free will. That certainly
Exactly,
takes
and
weight off my
also-
shoulders.
Makes me feel
I'm going to
great
be
about
honest.
knowing
Surely you
that.
don't, Riri.
No, she's done it before.
I'm
It
very
was
honest.
terrifying. She did
I
it
thought
once
my
before.
family was fucked up. I fully believed my family was fucked up. Yours? You're giving mine a run for their money.
Ben, Jack is still holding you very tightly. What do you need us to do?
He said about helping
No.
in the village, and
No. What do you need us to do?
That is an option. If you need us to do that, we will do that. But what do you need?
I just do think he won't let me see the family if we don't do anything for the village. If I don't, help.
And let's help.
If you just want to see your family, then we can make that happen.
And we need to find out more about this Mecanus and the plane. What do they call it? The plane of knowledge?
Law.
I think some research needs to be done because I just don't understand any of it.
Research back in Neverwinter.
And we can't do
So
anything.
we have contacts there now.
We can't do anything like that
Is
now,
it?
Ben. Let's just help the town.
David, have we got a
What
library
a-
at the thing? Have we got a library in the big house?
You've got a library at home, yeah?
If you have a library, maybe potentially there's information in there.
Okay.
But I
Well-
think we would have more luck at the House of Knowledge.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Okay.
But
I'm sorry, I don't understand. What if your family wants to see you? I don't. Why does he get to choose?
that's true. I suppose they can. It's just whether he lets anyone out. I don't know what. really recognise Anthony so much now that, that he wants to take everyone away.
You keep saying let and allow, and I don't. Why does he get to do that?
Well,
There are
he's the
7 of
man
us and 1 of
power.
him. Bugger that. There are 7 of us and 1 of him.
Well, I
It
could
might
just
be
do my
fine.
weird druid magic
If
and
you-
stop him.
If you just want to see your family, then we can make that happen.
I'd love to see them. Who knows when they'll wake up? I don't know what those tanks do. I know they were breathing, but
Well,
We
Will
stay
they-
in town for a few days. We help clean up and repair things, and hopefully your family will wake up in the meantime. It's not like we have any rush to be back in Neverwinter.
well, we do a little bit, but we need to go steal a thing. Remember?
I'm
that?
trying not to put too much pressure on the situation.
Yeah, but also I don't want to
attempting
get killed when we go back home.
True.
I, for one, would
But
be
I am
to
attempting
do some
sensitivity.
cleaning.
This is very foreign for me.
Ben, do you want us to help tidy up around here and then try and see your family as soon as we can?
yeah, maybe if we help the villagers and maybe ask them, see what they remember from before they went to sleep, or went into their trance, and find out if anything changed or if they were told anything.
All right.
Doubt it.
Jack gets up and he offers for your hand to help you up.
I'm going to take it.
He
And I'm
pulls
going
you
to
up.
rub the dust off my knees.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, some of our decisions have not been great, but it sounds like we can do something right here. I'm going to go and briefly console what I imagine is a babbling Rin.
Yeah. He's just on his knees near you all, just sort of like sobbing, and you can hear this like almost incoherent mumbling, and he's like, oh, I had them right
Yeah.
I had them right here.
Jack goes over and then hugs him.
He just leans in
and kind of has a
starts
very,
sobbing.
very, very quiet word with him in his ear.
As get up.
Stop being one little bitch.
As this is happening,
Everyone's fucking looking at you.
as this is happening,
Worse than Benedict.
you start to hear this shouting from the town square nearby. And at first it just sounds like this sort of male voice shouting out over the rest of the townsfolk. Like the townsfolk that have gathered now, they're half watching you, they're still a bit dazed and confused, and you start to hear this shouting and this commotion. And as you look over, you see 2 halflings pushing their way through this crowd, and you see the man sort of grab people, go, "Have you seen her? Where is she? Is she okay?" And you watch as like 2 people are parted, like they are shoved aside by this fucking tiny halfling. They're like, "Fucking shit!" And your dad just collapse eyes on you and just begins to bawl and just starts running towards you, just grabbing you in this massive bear hug.
Oh, I me him in the middle, also bawling.
Like, quickly followed by your mum, who just barrels into the 2 of you. Wait, so you're... Oh, God. Oh,
I'm okay.
You see,
Are you
Mum-
okay? Are you okay? Is the farm okay?
we're
so
okay.
worried. Okay.
What happened?
I don't know. I don't think anyone quite knows. Ben's brother's gone mad. We lost the little ones. We lost 3 of the little ones. We don't know where they've gone. The rest of the family is okay, but they're not conscious. They've been taken up to the house, and Ben's not allowed to see them until we help the village, and we don't know what to do. But I'm really glad you're okay.
His dad just looks... he looks at you and just goes, well, fuck.
That was the most Cornish update I've ever had. Well, here's what happened.
Oakbuck is completely right, crew.
Mr. and Mrs. Riri, can I ask you a question?
Yep.
Did you want to be sucked into a weird void and then taken to another? What's it called? Plane of existence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that what? Did you want that?
Wait, what?
Did you want
What
that?
do you mean into a void? Wait, I don't. Who's sucking? What? Who's sucking who?
This week's slip of the tongue.
That's not the update anyone wants to do.
Don't say slip of the tongue.
Well, because is that? Did you want that?
I'm a bit confused
So
Well,
as to
okay.
what that is.
yeah, that's what was
So-
happening.
Anthony, who I've decided, I'm very sorry, Benedict. I'm really sorry. I don't like Anthony. I think he's a bad person. I do not like him. Anthony was trying to pull the whole town into a completely different realm where all these weird marching thingies were living, and you were all just going to be pulled into it. And did you want that?
No.
No, right? There we go. Thank you
Just
very much. I just needed
yeah,
to
just
know.
quickly.
There was more context with that, but that's the gist.
Yeah, just quickly.
I
you
was
obviously
hoping so.
you remember us coming to town and staying with you,
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Gareth.
and you remember us going to go and
Sure.
look at the factory.
Yeah.
Right. I
Yarp.
wonder how many
Maybe
other
there was-
people
maybe-
remember.
Maybe there was a radius.
I wonder if other people remember what was actually going on alongside the loops.
Well, I'm very confused. What loops?
Have you guys been into town recently? Like last few days?
More like weeks.
Well, it would have been like a month, maybe.
You haven't.
Well, no, we don't really have any need to. We got all our stuff on the farm.
That's right.
Did you know
People
what they were
the
doing in
same
the
thing
factory?
over and over and over again in town?
Yeah. It's like everyone was under a spell. They were all just on a loop, doing the same thing, saying the same thing, like sweeping
When we tried
the
to ask
doorstep
about what
all
was
day,
happening,
every day.
Yeah, they were really
Well, I
bad
mean,
at it.
they just wouldn't answer us. They kept saying they make stuff, and we were like, "But what do they make?" And then they'd say, "Well, they just make stuff." And then we'd be like, "Well, what do they make?" And then it was very annoying.
And who works there? Oh, everyone. It's like no one was saying any answers.
Well, everyone does work at the factory.
See, that tracks. That's what
No,
everyone
no.
says here.
Yeah. Everyone, we
What-
know that. We
what
know
were they
that
making?
in theory, everyone. Yeah. What did they make in the factory?
Well, robots and stuff.
There we go. You've already done
You
better
can
than the
tell
rest
us
of the
that.
village did.
I'm very confused.
It's fine.
They were we still quite confused actually.
But Anthony said he
Basically,
was
everyone
going
was
to do
under a
it.
spell, and we think they missed you. Maybe because you're a little further out.
Or it
Just
didn't
because you
quite
mum are
reach
okay.
you the same. Because you were under the you weren't able to tell us. You did tell us exactly the same thing
Mm.
as everyone else, but maybe it didn't quite affect you the same with the looping things you were doing.
But the thing is, like, it's clearly gone now. So, which is good.
So maybe, but I mean, Ben's right. Maybe we should try and find out from some other people what they actually remembered during.
Well, this helped them get the town a bit
Yeah.
better, because going around questioning people isn't exactly going to help the town.
No.
Oh,
But
yeah.
while we're helping, we can.
Yeah,
I
we
do
can
have
do
a
both.
question
Make conversation.
myself, though.
Yeah, Dad.
He looks around and he motions at this like 20-foot shard of like copper-colored glass sticking out of the ground near you, and he's like, "What's that?"
Did you come out the house at all before everything kind of went bang.
No, no, me and your mother are having afternoon tea. Tea time.
Right.
There was a dome over town.
So when
there
Anthony
was
went
it.
a bit nuts, there was a big all those bits. If you put them all together, makes a big bowl over the whole town.
How do you make that?
Magic.
He's insane.
I don't think he necessarily made it. It was these things from this other realm.
It
Right.
was what the
Monster stuff.
factory was for.
Oh.
Yeah.
Been a very busy couple hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds it.
We should,
really glad you're okay.
I'm glad you're okay.
We should help tidy up.
Yeah.
Is
on
the farm
that,
okay? Do you need the fences down, animals out?
The house is all right. There's a big old shard of that stuff through the barn.
Oh no.
Did
You didn't.
everything all right? I mean, apart from the barn.
Have you checked the barn?
Well, no, we just ran here to see where you were.
How's the cow?
He looks around. He like snaps his head to you, Magda, and he just goes, "Oh fuck, dirty!" And he just runs. Like he starts barreling back towards the farm. Like he
I'm
doesn't
running
stop.
after him. That cow's been alive as long as I have. I'm going with him.
Like your mum's just stood there, like, "Oh fuck." She sees him run. She sees you run, and she just looks at you like she goes, "I just get all right."
Yeah, okay, you see the bear.
So as you lot run off, I turn to the rest of the group and I'm like, why on earth were you asking about the stupid barn? Why wouldn't you just ask about the cow? What's wrong with you? Why do you care more about a barn than a cow?
We are doing it for dramatic effect, Magda, but okay.
Yeah,
Don't! There's a life on the line. How now, Brown Cow?
I'm assuming there's a lot of people that are running
So
around.
as you sort of start to look around now, you see that a lot of the village seems to have gathered sort of around you, around the front of the factory in the town square. They're not necessarily watching you. There's a lot of people sort of talking between themselves, looking very confused.
Ben, I mean, do you want to speak to them?
I don't know what to say.
It's all right, we're here. You can tell them that they're safe for now.
Yeah, that I might have condemned them to death.
Yeah, but that's the
Further
whole
on.
world, Ben.
No.
You can't just take responsibility just because your brother was short-sighted and tried to take our town away from us and hide it while the world burned.
I think probably what they need now is some sort of hope.
Or at least even some leadership on like getting everyone to make sure people are okay, find an area to get set up for like medical area or something. Get
Yeah,
people
we can go over and
organised.
heal people.
They're panicking. They need someone in charge to tell them what to do, Ben.
Look, I tell you what, why don't you tell anyone who is hurt to go and meet in the tavern? I can go over, we can sort some stuff out, make sure that they're okay. Why don't you tell others to gather in another area, and we can make a plan about rebuilding some stuff that's damaged and
Finding places for rehousing while people are looking, like if their houses are damaged, see if anyone could put them up for the night type thing.
I think you're right. Let's go speak to them.
You, as you're talking, you watch as like nearby, quite a big group now is starting to form near you guys. Benedict, you look over and you see sort of started not loudly, loudly talking, you see this small gnome, like elderly, like a wisp of a beard and a mustache and whatever hair's sort of left on top. You see he's covered in these like leather overalls, like full of little hammers and screwdrivers and stuff like that. You recognise, and Luna, you recognise this. This is Tibbins, who runs the toy shop in town. And as you're talking, you can see them all muttering between themselves, and you just hear this one voice just go, like, look over towards you, Benedict, and go, well, he's right there. Oi! Alizar! And he starts to march. He starts to march towards you, and you watch this group of about 20 or 30 or more join in, start walking and following him.
I'm gonna stand next to Benedict.
I do the same, but I'm putting my hood up and hiding my head, hiding my face.
I'm gonna take a moment to make myself bigger.
Ben,
Like,
remember,
actually bigger.
they're scared and they just need guidance.
Humans, people of Rivenwald, I am so sorry for this mess. We're going to help you fix it. We have healers. Anyone that's injured, we'll all convene at the tavern to be helped. We can find you places to stay whilst we fix your homes.
Right, just you then, yeah? What about the rest of you?
My family's at the house.
You should speak to his brother, Anthony, for the repairs. I think.
He'll gladly pay
Well,
for
how
them.
about somebody just tells us what's going on?
Oh.
That might be helpful. There's a great shard of this through my shop.
We will help you repair your shop. It's a lot to explain about why this has happened. The factory was really a portal to another dimension, and because I didn't want this for this town, I took my family away, and we...
Ben saved this place.
You don't do much safe to me.
Oh,
Maybe like
well,
a few people in
here's
the
the
crowd
thing.
start going, yeah, aye.
Here's the thing. You haven't seen the alternative of what could have happened. A lot worse than this.
So there wouldn't have been a
Ben
town.
saved this town. Now, as they said, those that need healing meet in the tavern. Repairs to homes will start immediately. We can meet and convene here with anyone that can help do any repairs. We're all going to be here in the next couple of days.
Okay. Luckily, the tavern's fine.
And
Well, that's
He turns to walk away, and you see like everyone else sort of still mumbling between themselves, like starts to follow him. As he walks away, you go, "You bloody Palisars, you can say nothing. You've got a couple of orcs and that massive wench. Bloody hell." Right.
I want to cast Bend on his leg and make him trip over himself.
I'm just gonna
You watch as everyone sort of
fist out to
starts
Luna.
Everyone sort of starts by following Tibbins, and you see people sort of branch off and go off, and like you see within the next few minutes as you're all sort of stood there gathering yourselves, people start to try and clean up a bit, and people like this is, and like as you three know, this town has always come together. Like, everyone knows everyone. Everyone's helping everyone. You see a few people head to the tavern, as you suggested. But for the most part, you see just the rest of the town just sort of, all right then, let's do this. And they go and start helping each other clearing the front of shops. Back at the farm, as the three of you are running down, you can hear your dad's like a little bit. You've never seen him move this quick. Like he's a portly dude, and he is flying down this track. You see him run over the bridge. He's like, "Don't you worry, Gary, we're coming." As you sort of round the corner and you run over the bridge, you see this huge sort of 25, 30 feet jagged piece just straight through the middle of your barn. All three of you run into the barnyard and straight past the house. You run to the barn, you look inside, and you see like where it's come through, the roof has collapsed inside. There's like part of the wall is sort of peeled off and is missing and crashed into splinters on the outside. You don't see Gertie.
No.
Ow.
Okay, well,
Well-
she's not in pain. That's a good
Where the
start.
bloody hell is she?
You go look outside, I'll look under the rubble. We'll find her.
Right. He turns to you and he's like, Prue, I'll check around the fields. You check the orchard. And both your barrels just and just like split off. Are you going to go in the barn and have a look around? Okay. Roll investigation.
Oh, jeez. And roll again if it's an out one, right?
With your thing, yeah, you can.
Thank God.
That's not a good roll
Oh,
to start.
that's a nat 20.
Yay!
You forgot what
So
cow
you
was.
sort of you head into the barn and you see like the point of this thing just like embedded in the ground, sort of like still leaning on the half collapsed barn. You start to look around and you don't see any signs of like blood or bits of cow or anything like that.
Bits of
you
cow.
start
Bits of cow.
you start sort of moving rubble and you're like poofing these big bits of plank out the way and sort of looking through to see if you can find anything, see if part of the barn collapsed on her. As you're doing this, from behind you, you just hear
All we got was.
What do we hear?
it's
You're
'cause
behind me
Phoenix
here.
We're like, is that good or bad?
hear this big-
Okay.
It's your dad.
The one.
Oh, well, now we know. Thanks.
It's your dad in a cow costume. She's not dead, look!
Look, I found her.
It was your
Oh,
mum,
that's
guys.
never real.
As you turn around, you see stood sort of just outside of the doorway of what's left of this barn. Just Gertie, just chewing on a weed. Just,
Dad, how the bloody hell did you miss her right there?
As you shout, she goes. "Rrr!" And then she looks around. She looks at you and so. Just carries on eating.
I just go and hug the cow and start crying again.
Oh.
This cow can never die, Demo. You know this, right?
Yeah. This cow
I
has
mean,
to
she's
live.
well old.
Can we have a travelling cow companion? How's that going to work?
I mean, if you
We'll
want to
just
take
have
the
a
world's
sending.
oldest cow adventuring with you, you can.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Just
It's
attach
going
a
to be
sending
worse
stone
now.
to her, so we can always hear her. You're still alive? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
You see your
It's going to be
mum
worse
and
now
your
that
dad
if you
come
kill her
running
off
back.
because of old age.
I know. It'd be the first cow funeral in our D&D campaign. So.
In anyone's D&D
Stay
campaign, I
tuned
should
for
think.
that, everyone. You excited? We
Yeah,
are.
you watch as
Because I'm pretty
Is,
sure. I'm pretty sure that Ben said earlier, everyone dies. It's just a matter of time.
There is always
Clock's
a cow
ticking, Gertie.
all day.
Cows never die.
Cows never die.
Your parents come sort of running back and they join you in hugging this cow. The cow is completely oblivious to anything that's going on. Just chewing on grass. She's quite enjoying the cuddles. Like, she sort of rubs her face into you all and she's like,
Coo.
but just completely oblivious to everything. Well, at least she's okay. Everyone's all right. Everyone's
Sit in
safe.
the house for a bit.
She can't come in the house. She'll be all right in the field. She's weathered worse.
She's an old lady, Dad. Be nice.
I'll make something. What are you gonna do?
Bugger if I know.
Well, no, I meant about the barn.
Bugger if I know. I'll go back and check on the others. Make sure no one's hurt. And then come back and cry over what to do about this thing. Because that's like 10 times the size of me, that is.
Oh, yeah, that's quite big, that.
That's quite big.
I don't think
Might
Gertie's got it
need
in
some
her
help.
to pull that out of the ground.
No. That might be a team effort, that one.
You watch as your dad, like, he walks to the side of the house and you see him go to, like, essentially what is this tool shed. And you watch as he pulls out, like a belt that he sort of straps around of various tools. So you get, like, a spade and he pulls out this big hammer that he puts on the back of his belt. He's like, right, we'll walk you back in. Town needs help.
All right. Thank you,
You
Dad.
watch, like, your mum sort of starts, she grabs a spade herself, she grabs this, like, big lump hammer she puts over one shoulder. She's like, yep, let's go. As you guys head back into town to join these lot.
So fucking cool.
They're good people.
Just really cool.
It was nice for once as a DM. I got a backstory of, like, oh, just a really nice family. I was like, oh my god, I don't know what to do with this.
I know I'm going to kill the cow.
You psychopath.
Didn't kill the cow. She's fine.
She's fine.
Good.
So in town, what are you lot doing?
I'm just going to be like hefting about bits of debris as best I can, like making them piles of stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to help with that
and-
because I haven't got anything else I can do.
Who
Sorry,
who
like things
wants
like
to-
unblocking doorways or like big bits of things that are like in the middle of the street and stuff. And then I'm going to be like going around in between that with my cloth, cleaning people's windows.
Indara
who
with her
wants-
noodle arms will be trying to help, but she's
I'd say
Got
everyone
it.
can help in whatever way they can with clearing debris. There's sort of like, you see now a few of like the business owners around the town square. There's a few sort of people that have taken charge of little groups that have started to clear up already, and they're sort of like directing you where to put reusable wood, where to put scrap wood and stuff like that. It hasn't taken long for the town to sort of come together and start fixing this. Yeah.
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 yeah. Jack is going to head to the tavern to kind of just help anyone that's injured or
So, is anyone else going to the tavern? Or just Jack?
yeah. Indara will go to the tavern with Jack because she's not good at moving shit. So she goes to the tavern with Jack and she can do a couple of healings as well.
Are we back in town yet, me and my family?
You'll just be arriving, I think, as they're heading to the tavern, yeah.
So I'd probably peel off at that
You
point and
see,
go with
like-
them to the tavern. If only to
Okay.
help with like getting people food, drink, blankets, that kind of stuff, because I can't heal anything, but I can
Okay.
help.
So your mum and dad sort of give you a hug, and I go, I really am glad you're all right.
Me too.
And they peel off into town to go and help with moving and rebuilding and whatever else that's going on with Magda and the rest of them. As you enter the tavern, you three, it's surprising there's not a lot of people in here. You see, there's a few people sort of sat, and their wounds are being tended to by like other people. But from what you can see around the tavern, there's some people with like no one's missing limbs or got a big shard of something sticking out their chest or whatever. Most of it's superficial. There's some deep cuts and stuff, but they're being tended to. As you walk in, you see Tibbins again is in there, and he must stand, I'd say, the best part of about 2.5, maybe 2 3/4 feet high. And he marches straight up to the three of you, and he's like, "Well,
Well, what?
well, what the bloody hell's going on?"
So your patience hasn't
Well,
got better in the last few years, has it?
Well, no,
As we said,
it's Whisper Mouse.
We were coming here to help heal people, and everyone else is fixing everything outside.
Well, no, that's what's... No, bloody hell. But why? What is this stuff? And people just want some answers, and the only people that, well, can give answers or have given answers in this town are them lot, the Palazars.
Exactly.
So,
but what they
long
need right
story-
now is just... oh, sorry. No, go on.
I was going to say, long story very short, until we can get Anthony back down here to answer for all of this, is that Anthony went a bit nuts, decided he knew what was best for everyone, and this is what happened, because Benedict stopped him. So we need to talk to him, and then he needs to talk to you lot and explain what the hell he thought he was doing. But for now, we just want to make sure that everyone's okay, and everyone has a house.
But they've always looked after the town.
Exactly. We don't know what's happened.
And it seems like they thought that they were doing the right thing.
Right.
The problem
You
is that
say-
we don't
you
have
say-
all
you
the
say
answers
they.
right now.
You say they,
Oh,
it was
they're
only
funny.
Anthony from the sound of it.
That's what I mean. Yeah, Anthony. Like they think that they were doing the right thing. The problem is that we are not them. Therefore, we cannot answer for them. We don't
Right.
have all of the answers right now, but know that for now you are safe.
And that the alternative
Right.
was through a portal in a world that other side of the
Yeah.
universe, as far as we can tell. It looked awful. Please
And it
believe us when we
was-
say this was the better of the two options.
The creatures that were
Right,
there
and
are not good.
And the great bloody hole where the factory was.
That's in the other place,
Was-
I think.
The hole was caused by the portal.
Right.
Everything, you know, like when water goes down a drain.
Yeah.
That same theory, just with the factory through the portal. It's all just gone. And it was going to take all of this with it as well. But Ben stopped it.
Right. Well, I think I owe young Benedict
So,
an apology.
please.
I think he might need that. He's not doing good at the minute.
Right. You watch
Now,
as he sort of just
it was it-
stares.
Tibbins, was it?
Yes. Sorry.
Are you
Tim-
hurt?
No. I mean,
You sure?
my shop's not doing well, but I'm all right.
We can fix
We'll
the
have
shop, that's
people
fine.
come round and help fix the shop. Do you know anyone else that's hurt?
Just some folks in here. There's a few unaccounted for, but they might be out hunting. I don't know.
Right.
Okay, can we leave that with
you-
you then? Can you find out who's missing? Find out who saw them last, and if they're likely
Yep.
to be out of town, or if they're likely to be under a pile of rubble, and we need to go looking. Can you do that for us?
We can.
Thank you.
And if there's anyone that's unaccounted for, can you bring the names back to us?
And we'll start digging and start looking
course.
if we need to. Okay.
Right. It
Thank
is
you.
really nice to see you back.
It's really nice to be back. Shame about this, but it's nice to be back.
Where's the other one? You still friends?
Oh
with
yeah,
the
she's
little-
around.
With the weird one.
Yeah. Still weird, still here. Don't worry, she's all right.
Right. I'll say hello if I see her. Look, I'll apologise to Master Benedict in due course, but I think just tensions are running high. Everyone's a bit confused.
We understand it, don't worry.
Yeah, we understand.
Not quite what we were planning to do with our afternoon either, so...
He turns around, you see him, like, he just shouts, he goes, "Oi, you and you, with me." You see, like, these two sort of, like, teenagers who's, like, sat around, they've got some cuts and bruises, just sort of jump up there. Okay. And he, like, marches them out of the tavern and you see him just marching off down the street, flanked by these two people. The people in the tavern, you can heal them if you like and use magic, but for the most part, it's mostly superficial. People are just shook up. You can see old Marv he's running around with like little tots of whiskey and other drinks for people. Just you see him running around and just calm your nerves, you know. But there's no one like mortally wounded from what you can see in there. But yeah, for the most part, people are just a bit shook up.
I'll just go and be Marv's second, essentially, just carrying around whiskey, ale, blankets, bread.
He just starts flinging trays of stuff at you, and he's like, "Right, over there."
Jack is going to go and just kind of like help people if they're really upset or things like that. He's also going to try and ask them what exactly they remember.
Okay. Do you want to roll a persuasion? Because like people are scared.
Yeah.
You're essentially a big fucking stranger in this town.
Yeah. 17.
17. So the general gist you get from people is they, like, a couple of people mention that they remember seeing you walking through the town.
Mm-hmm.
When you arrived. Did you mention about like loops and things that you've seen, or are you just trying to get info out of them? What exactly?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to understand if through the loops they were aware also of what was going on.
So you get the sense of when you're talking to people that there was an awareness, but it wasn't. This is why people are now confused, because they feel like days have passed or like weeks have passed where they've been doing normal things, but they didn't realize what they were doing.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, in like the last hour, all of this has come flooding back to them. That they were having these conversations and doing this shopping and doing these things, that they were still living their daily lives, but they were doing it in a way that was unnatural.
Yeah.
The memory of everything, they remember everything. The general gist is you get that they remember everything up until the point where they froze, and then all of a sudden people just woke up with these shards impaling half the town, the big hole where the factory used to be. And he tries
not to question too much, but just is trying to get an understanding of almost like how this magic worked as the effect on them. And he kind of just tries to calm them down and remind them that magic can sometimes be a tricky thing, and it's okay to not remember when you were under the spell of something. You know, it's like essentially it's not your fault. It's the way of these things. But
you're doing a good
will now. Yeah, but they're safe now. Can he ask if any of them actually worked in the factory?
Do you get the same? Anyone you ask that question?
Yeah.
Everyone works in the factory.
Still get the same thing. And if I asked them what they were making in the factory, it was something big, right? Yeah.
And it's different variations of the way people say it, but the answer is always the same.
Yeah. And it's that working towards like something big.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking about it in the past tense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's all right.
So
Just looking at the giant crater going, oh, they're making something big.
They're doing something big in there. No, they're talking about it in the past tense. So,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like,
that's
most
fine.
people ask, they say, like, well, we all work in the factory, or everyone works in the factory, or, oh, whole town's in the factory.
Mm.
Or something, Palisades are always doing something big in there. Always something new.
Mm. Mm.
That sort of, they're the same sort of answers you get over and over again from people. Outside, back in the town, sorry, go on.
The only other thing I was going to say is, did they remember anything weird going on
In what
in and
sense?
around the factory?
When?
Couple of days leading up to.
Nope. So everyone sort of gives you the same answers, like when you spoke to old Marv, like, well, we don't see much of them these days. Everyone works in the factory, working on something big. And it seems to be this general sort of theme throughout.
Yeah.
And even like you ask a couple of people the same questions and you filter in some conversation, you ask them the same questions again to see if you can like catch them out, and it's still the same answers.
Actually, so the one last question is: do they remember seeing this dome appear?
No,
and
because when you were thinking about this, you remember, like, as you were walking through the town and you saw the dome appear, is exactly when everyone froze.
Yeah.
So what they remember is just going about their daily business.
Fine.
And then all of a sudden they were conscious, and the town was littered in this thing, and there was a hole where the factory used to be. Back in the town square, it's sort of like, Magda, you're moving stuff, you're sort of being directed, put the reusable over there, do this, do that. And like, you see Risen's parents come back in, and mum and dad start joining in and helping, and you see a lot of the town is now like, just they're on the jobs. They're trying to get this cleared as fast as possible and clear. Luna, as you're helping with this, you feel a tug on one of your sleeves from behind you.
Sorry, don't happen there. I turn around, like, going, if you need help, go to the tavern, they can help you, and I turn around.
As you turn around, you're faced with someone about the same-ish age, maybe a little younger, same sort of height and build as yourself. Sort of like long brown hair, these hazel eyes, see these green and brown robes. Hello.
Hey. You look good.
Thanks. You've had a wash?
Rude, but yeah, I have. How have you been?
That's it?
No, that's not it. Just a bit of a shock. I didn't think you'd see me.
She grabs you and hugs you, and it is tight. As she pulls you in and just wraps her arms around your shoulders.
Luna tries. She takes a second, but does try and just kind of hug back. But it's very, like, nervous. Like you're about to break something.
She pulls back. Why are you back?
We needed to come back for Ben. His family, there's something wrong. And
she looks visibly disappointed with your answer. Like almost like she looks at the floor and she just goes, "Oh,
But
okay."
that wasn't the only reason I had I've made some friends who have shown me that I need to kind of get over the past a little bit, and I wanted to see you again, and because I've missed my sister, and I'm really sorry.
Missed you.
I kept the book you made me. I've been trying to learn some spells.
And any luck?
No. Oh, no. One. No. Kind of.
She holds her hand out in front of her, and you watch as she starts to move her fingers, and you watch as this like orchid just appears and sort of like grows in her palm. And she like picks it up and she just tucks it behind your ear.
I should really sort my hair out before you try and do that again.
It's cleaner than I remember.
Oh, that's Magda. She's very proper.
Clean. Just clean is the word you're looking for.
Where did you come from? Yeah. You should meet. You could meet them if you want. Rizen's back as well.
She.
Yeah. Yeah.
At your home.
I'm nervous about being here.
Well, mother and father at the farm. Not the farm, that's the other family.
That's a different family.
Mother and father are back at the Hollow, but they won't be here. I won't tell them you're back.
Perhaps we meet like some not there yet. I do. Maybe like we'll go for a drink at the tavern or something.
With mother and father?
Yeah. Neutral ground and all that, and I
She reaches out and she like takes your hand in hers and puts like a hand on your arm, sort of like holding the back of your arm just above your elbow. It's okay.
perhaps yeah. Yeah, okay.
Need to see them.
Yeah. Before that, and she just gets out of her pack a wad of letters that are all sealed from like a couple, like 3 or 4 years worth of writing. Sorry about that, but that much. Of letters all addressed to her, or addressed to Aurora. I got some letters that I couldn't send, just of what happened over the years. Because I wanted to tell you, but I was scared you wouldn't get them.
She sort of puts her hand on yours, holding the letters. It's an accident.
I hurt you.
It's an accident.
You were the only one who thought I could be as good as you. And I hurt you.
No one's as good as me.
There's the Aurora, I know.
It was an accident.
They didn't see it that way, though, did they?
No.
I'll meet them, but I'm gonna need a drink first, and perhaps I will perhaps I need a support group behind me if I tell my friends that we're going there. Perhaps I just need something. I'm still really nervous.
I'll be there.
Yeah. Yeah. I should be okay.
I don't help you clear up. You can tell me what's in these. And she sort of taps the letters, but she doesn't take them off you.
I may as well just tell you everything. I can't write that well.
She starts like helping you pick up a plank you were trying to move, and as you start chatting and sort of catching up, shall we take a quick break?
Yeah.
9:30.
It's 9:30. Dude, fuck you.
You've made it a thing now, so I've got to.
And also fuck you for making me get that, like, emotional. I was just doing this to my fingers under the desk going, I gotta be sad. And now I'm worried.
Yeah, I felt.
Oh,
It's an emotional start.
oh,
It is quite.
God.
Yeah. Jesus.
What about the cow?
Well, the cow's not dead. All up
Was there
North
a
That was what
If
they
you killed that
counted.
cow, I might have rage quit.
Yeah, that would have been it. I'd have killed the whole
Rage
town.
D&D forever.
Yeah. I'm
Going
going
across the room
to
first.
throw the dice across the room.
Yeah. The whole tray, like, flipped.
Yeah. Shut the laptop lid.
I would have shot the whole power grid down. Fuck you.
Not. Plasticine face.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everyone.
And about blasting face.
I know, Jim Carrey, move over.
Please, I'm trying to get out of the
So,
shop.
as
Please, Jim, I'm trying to get through this doorway. Please.
as the rest of you are helping to clean up, or in the tavern, helping to tend to people's wounds and keep the peace, Benedict, what are you doing?
I would like to be going kind of like door to door and just check on, like, just see if the people inside are okay and like if they're like kind of account for them, and just try and like make them feel alright.
So as you sort of, I'd say like a few hours passes of you guys in the tavern, the rest of you catching up with your sister whilst you're helping sort of move rubble and bits about. As you sort of travel around the town, there are a few houses that have been hit, but for the most part, most of the village seems okay. There's just a lot of disarray. People are shocked. For the most part, you're sort of trying to talk to people. You're trying to console them and let them know they're not really listening. They sort of go through the motions with you, and then you move on to the next because they're worried about other people, or they're trying to tend to their own sort of house as you're there. And it's the same as sort of what Jacqueline experienced in the tavern. There's a lot of confusion throughout the town. Everyone's sort of, there's a lot of tension. No one really knows what's happened, why it's happened, what's going on. They've just woken up to this absolute mess. After a couple of hours of this, Benedict, as you're sort of walking down a street, sort of thinking to yourself about everything, you start to hear this clicking and whirring just above your head. So it's sort of like almost like tiny gears, really quickly moving. as you look up, you see above your head and you recognize it instantly as something that Francesca used to make. You see this small mechanical bird, almost about the size of a robin, just sort of flying around above your head. As you clock onto it, it comes down and it lands on your shoulder. And you hear this small hiss, and you watch as its chest opens, and you see there's a little folded up bit of parchment just inside of it.
I'm gonna take it and read it.
So as you open it, you recognize straight away it's Anthony's handwriting. And it simply says, "They're home. They're in their beds. Bring the staff. Come to the estate. Don't waste time." You see it's just signed the capital A.
I'm gonna head to the house.
So as you
Face of instant regret. I'm gonna do the thing.
as you walk through the town, you see more people sort of everyone's confused and everyone's scared clearly, but you see that everyone is helping each other. So the people whose homes are okay, they're helping the people who aren't. And this is the same theme throughout the whole town. You see the whole town has just come together in this moment. You walk through the town and back up the hill. You walk past Luna's old. You can see the hollow off to the side. As you get to the gate, you see the automaton that was there before just stands aside as the gates swing open to let you walk straight through. You head back up through the gardens to the front door. You just letting yourself in?
Yeah.
So when you enter, obviously it's still as dusty and dirty as it was before. And the silence of the house is just oppressive. It is. This isn't your home. It feels cold. It feels empty. There's no noise. And you stand in the foyer for just a couple of minutes, taking it all in, and then you hear sounds from upstairs, sort of this crashing and banging around. And what do you want to do?
I think I might just shout for Anthony. So I'm thinking I kind of don't want to go in.
Okay, so you shout for Anthony, and you hear sort of like this banging and crashing again, and then you just hear a voice just from upstairs, just sort of echo down the large marble stairs. Yeah, I'm in the study.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up.
So you head up the stairs. As you do, you sort of look around as you hit the landing, and you see the scorch marks and remnants of your very brief fight with the creatures here before you went to the factory. As you head, you walk past your mother's bedroom door, and you can see her. The doors are open. You can see her lying in a bed. She's still unconscious. She's been paced. She looks comfortable. You head into the study. As you do, you see Anthony sitting behind the large oak desk, the ledger from before, open in front of him. And he looks haggard now. You can see like his clothes are ripped and torn from the fight. You can see from where his shirt's been ripped open, the same brand on his chest that you received as well. He looks up at you and he sort of motions to the chair opposite.
I'm gonna place the staff like in front of him on the table, and then I'll sit down.
Brother?
Anthony.
So what do we do?
I've not quite got that far yet. We've been helping the townsfolk. It doesn't seem like there are any casualties that, too serious. There's some damage, but everyone's pulling together. The people are concerned, scared.
Suppose it's good that one of us is down there.
I think they'd like to hear from you. Maybe if we call some sort of meeting.
He sort of, you see his eyes sort of wince and twitch a bit. I don't think they want to hear what I need to tell them. Benedict. There's something I need to show you.
Okay.
He leans down and opens one of the drawers on his side of the desk. And you watch as he pulls out what initially looks like a sort of thin, long, rectangular piece of black marble. And he places it on the desk in front of you next to the staff. You see as you look over it that this on the front of this thing, is entirely engraved with text. You look over it and this is like the neatest engraving you have ever seen. It's almost down to like it's been written with a pen in stone. This is the contract, Benedict. I found it a couple of years back.
What does it say?
I mean, it's very thorough. Explains everything grandfather wanted. He wanted to build something that lived forever. He found a creature, the Korat, that could make it happen. There was only one price that he had to pay. It was you, Benedict.
What do you mean by that?
He pulls the tablet close and he starts to read through. He says, look here. In exchange for the defiance of entropy, the petitioner agrees to cultivate and provide a living conduit. The conduit must be a direct descendant. It must be magically tuned through Mechanis to our own bloodline. Don't know how he did it. But here you are. Never thought it strange you were the only one of us.
Well, there, I never really decided to study it. I never really thought of it that much. I think there are so many things where magic in this world is bestowed randomly. Maybe I should have.
Maybe I should have helped.
How could you have helped?
I don't know, helped you understand your magic. So I was too busy to impress Father, to show him that I was good enough to take over.
You were more than good enough. He was so proud of you, and he would have been so proud to see you lead the family. And you're doing what you thought was best.
I don't think he'd be very proud today, Benedict.
Of you nor me. But we can make him proud, still.
Don't know how.
Neither do I. But it's not doomed. We can get our family back.
They're coming
Sort this
back,
out.
Benedict. This isn't the end of it.
There must be some reasoning with them.
He turns the tablet towards you, and he sort of traces his finger along a line of it. So look, it's all here, Benedict. There was a price, there was the grant, there's this, the preservation clause. That's why it was here. Anything that should lead to us facing a threat of chaos or extinction. Grandfather gave it the power to intervene directly.
But what is this about the extinction? You said the world as we know it would end. How? How do you know?
Something's coming, Benedict. I don't know what. Something big. Something ancient. It threatens all of us. This is why I did what I did. To keep the family, the legacy, town, people, everything we've built in this valley. This is all our legacy. I had to keep it safe. Keep it secret.
We can keep it safe. For years to come. Anything that may or may not be coming can be dealt with.
How?
I don't know, but it's if we have to know what we're up against first.
It didn't say much. It said when the clause was activated, this thing, this eternal, it called it, is coming.
The Eternal, I've heard of this before.
Where?
Is that thing with the hand and the eye? It's... There's a symbol related to it. It's a hand with an eye in the middle. It's almost like... I think it's to do with some sort of cult. We were investigating, but we haven't got that far. We then found out about the town and we had to come straight here.
Back in the city.
Yes, in Neverwinter.
He sort of stops for a minute, and you can see, and you've seen Anthony do this, like he stops talking. You can see his eyes start flicking as if he's trying to connect everything together.
You know something?
Well, no, I don't. There was a group here. A few days ago. They tried to, about 5 of them, tried to infiltrate the factory with the Modrons, the creatures. They took out a couple of them and injured the rest and sent them on their way. I thought they were just, I don't know, local bandits, or it's almost as if they were looking for something.
What would they need from us?
I don't know. I mean, we've made the finest automatons because of his contracts. People have tried to steal from us in the past to see how we do it. I just thought it was another robbery.
Do you have any identification?
No, I mean, by all accounts, they were wearing brown robes. There was an older one with the leader. They escaped. There are the Modrons. They took out a couple.
They took some of the automatons.
No, took out a couple of the, well, what I thought was bandits, but I'm not too sure of this information.
And I suppose there's no remains because they were in the factory. I suppose the town folk won't remember anything either.
They went. There's no spell or trick, Benedict. It was. How to explain? The portal in the factory, what we were building, was an engine. It was the engine that was going to take us all away. The poor had said it was the only way to keep us all alive. It took a lot of power. There's a lot of distortion, almost, within the town. People who remember might not understand.
So, potentially, some people may recognize that there was a group.
I doubt it. It was dead of night.
Okay.
Think back. They were fast and they were trained. And the 2 bodies we did have, they were heavily armed. I don't know if this has anything to do with what you're talking about.
I don't really believe in coincidence.
Sorry, just to interject, because Jackie, you weren't in the session, were you, where we met the bandits on the road, were you?
Oh shit!
No.
Because I was like, we've met these people, and then I was like, Jackie wasn't there.
There was a group of bandits.
they were like asking about Benedict, because they were like, "Oh, you're like a blue dragonborn, like the Palazars. Is that who it was?" And then like Magda basically like out stupided them to get out of them asking questions and having a fight.
I mean, Magda
we kind of left it.
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, it was like
we kind of left it on a
super,
some people can
super dumb.
shapeshift, don't you know?
Yeah, and they were asking lots of questions, and they were quite beaten up. But they just claimed that like their horse or their ox or whatever it was had like taken a stumble or something.
Yeah, their cart was in
And
a really bad state, and they were like,
the cart
"Oh,
was pristine, wasn't it? The cart was pristine. They said they fell out of them. They fell out of a car accident and they got covered in scars from it. It's like, no, the cart's fine. What are you on about?
Magda also did a brilliant job at making the leader not quite know where he stood with her.
That was fun. But I was just listening to that and I was like, I don't think Jackie was there. But yeah.
Okay, so, but
I just
Benedict was
interjected.
there.
Benedict was there.
Yes. Benedict was
They
there.
said they actually,
Which
and
is
they
strangely
said that
silent.
they said that they had come from where we were going.
Oh yeah.
Did we have a description? Ish. Or just beating up people?
Well, Anthony just said that there was an older one, right? There was an older one with them.
Yeah.
Which.
So I think from what. Sorry, I forgot you weren't in that session. I was sat here going. Should realise in a minute. But from what Anthony said, Benedict can probably put 2 and 2 together. That the people you met.
Anthony just had an epiphany. We saw people running away.
I just remembered.
We saw people run on the road coming away from Rivenwald. They were beaten up and they had some story about they fell out of their cart but the cart was pristine and they were roughed up. I'm sure if we saw them again, we could recognise them.
I mean, if you were chasing this back in the city, my best bet is they were probably headed there.
Yes, that would make the most sense for the way that they were headed.
I won't apologise, Benedict. I saw a way to keep us all safe. I took it. We will help the town. The Palazars will always look after Rivenwald. Always. Shit.
Rude. Coughed right in your face, Ben.
You just... Yeah.
Open mouth a lot.
Now we'll go with plague.
Fucking hell. They start seeing locusts on the windowsill in the office. Fucking hell, I'm sure dying.
I really appreciate your apology, but also I don't think it's 100% necessary. I know everything you do is for us and the people. I'm sorry it didn't seem right.
There's a way out. There's a logical solution to a problem. It was the only one offered.
You've always been the more logical one out of us.
I was
Maybe
upset
they
when
should. I'm sorry. I felt like I did just fuck off. And
it was so
after
easy
Father died,
for you to do so. And I remember just sitting, wishing that I could do the same. Come with you, go somewhere else. One of us had to stay, Benedict.
it wasn't fair of me, really. Because I just wanted to get away after Father went. And I understand. I should have thought that you probably felt the same way too.
We should have sent a letter or something.
I should have sent more. Could have come back. Oh, sooner.
He sort of, you watch as he slumps into his seat, and he moves the slate over to the side, and he starts to flick through the pages of the ledger until he gets to the back. This is the same book you looked through earlier where you had the vision, and you watch as he gets to the back of the ledger, he takes one of his claws and he just runs it along the edge of the back page, and you watch as he lifts it, and he inside you see this very small sort of compact compartment that has a lot of like folded up older parchment in it. Look, I think grandfather had fail-safes. I don't understand them. You watch as he pulls out a piece of parchment, and you see it's a map of sorts. You can see that it's somewhere along the Sword Coast, but you can't quite make out where it is. There are no other sites other than the factory here that I'm not even sure if Father knew about. I found them after, well, creature first visited. Don't know, something there can help us. Maybe help with these. And he like points to the brand on his chest. And you see now, and you look down at your own, that the brand on your chest, it's almost like these series of intricate gears inlaid over each other, forming this circular pattern. And as you look down, you see like his and yours are both sort of faintly glowing, this like light purple color. I don't know what these are. I've checked the others, they do not have them.
I always had mine.
No, it happened at the end of the Quora fight.
Yeah. It must be something to do with that plane. And maybe something to do with the contract.
I've sat here for the last hour reading this, and there's nothing in there.
Have we anything in the library?
than we have, I've read. I mean, the plane of law is just another plane. It's where Mechanis is. It's a smaller plane of its own. I mean, you saw the creatures that came from there. They pride themselves on precision, everything being right. Everything has an almost military-esque hierarchy. The creatures you saw, they're known as monodrones. The Korot itself is an agent of Mechanis. It makes and fulfills and contracts and deals. The inevitables, I believe they call them. There's different types. And they pride themselves on keeping logic throughout the planes.
Is there anything in Mechanis that resembles humans? Or Dragonborn? Or
Not that I know
halflings?
of.
That's scary.
A little. But the way it spoke of this thing coming, it made it sound so absolute. This was the only way. And these creatures, Ben, they're not evil. They work off logic, and if the clause has been triggered, it's been triggered for a reason.
How can they know what is going to happen here?
Because this is what they're there for. They intervene when they need to. They keep order, they keep logic. This is the whole point. This is what Primus designed Mechanis for.
I may be able to find out more. But I'll have to go back to the city.
I can't come with you.
No, I know.
I need to stay here. I don't know how long it's going to take the rest of them. And, well, somebody needs to tell them about it.
Well, I don't want to rush. I don't need to leave just yet. We still have a lot of work to do. And I would like to be here for when they wake up.
He pulls out and he picks up the map from the back of the book, and he pulls out the extra bits of parchment, and he rolls them, and he ties them up with a bit of string, and he slides them across the desk. Take these. See if maybe there's someone in the city that can make head or tail. Figure out what they all mean. I've tried. But if grandfather has a way out, or had fail safe, it would be somewhere in here.
Thank you. We'll find a way.
He wearily stands to his feet, and his robes are all burnt and tattered, and he sort of brushes himself off. Right. Better figure out some things and try and help the town.
I'm gonna go for a hug.
He awkwardly stands there for a second as you hug him, and then he just sort of puts one arm around you and hugs you back, but in sort of a very formal way.
Yeah.
He was never one for a hug.
Yeah, I know. Just gonna give him a little tap on the shoulder as well, and I'll check it back in.
I'll keep in touch this time.
Thank you.
Right. And he sort of walks with you out of the office. Are you sticking with him, or are you going to head back into town?
I'm gonna head back into town.
He walks you down to the door, and he sort of nods as you watch him. He goes into the other study, and you start hearing him rustling around with papers, and you see him pulls out a series of sending stones and places them on the desk and starts sending messages and stuff like this.
Oh, Anthony.
Yes.
Can we stay here for the night?
Yes.
I don't
Your
want
own
you to be-
Benedict.
I know, but I just don't want you to be on your own. But I understand if you want to be on your own.
No, you can stay.
Thank you.
No, you can stay. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
And then he just starts busying himself with whatever he's doing on the desk.
Yeah, I'm gonna head before it gets too awkward.
Right.
Cool. Are you heading? Where are you heading? Are you heading to the tavern?
Yeah, I'm gonna head to the tavern.
Okay, you guys helping in town. It's been a few hours now, and dusk is creeping in. Anybody
Have
that's
we-
still outside helping?
Have we noticed that Ben is not around?
Well, you guys have been at the tavern, so
Yeah.
You've been helping in the tavern for a few hours, helping Marv and people in there. Magda and Luna, you would have noticed that Ben went off to do whatever he did, and you just assume he's knocking on doors and stuff still.
Being lazy, yeah.
Did I notice Luna's encounter with her sister?
Yeah, so in your helping, you look over, and all of a sudden, Luna's just working with and chatting to this other girl.
Okay.
But I think no, because you saw her in the inn, didn't you? And you told. Did you tell? Did Luna tell?
No, we haven't. No one knows who she was.
Okay, so to you, Magda, she's just chatting to some random girl.
Okay. So when that's all over, I would have just been like, "Who is that?"
Just ask her. She's still here.
They're like when it's finished, when it's over.
So as dusk sort of
When
creeps
the
in,
chatting is done.
When the chatting
Yes,
is done.
don't want to interrupt the chatting.
and between yourselves and the town, all sort of pitching in, a lot of the debris. No one quite knows what to do with the giant shards of copper fucking glass stuff that's sticking up all over the place, but a lot of the debris has been sorted, and dusk rolls in, and Aurora sort of brushes herself off, and I have to go back now.
Yeah. Okay. Are we still meeting up tonight?
Maybe not tonight.
Yeah. A lot's happened. Yeah.
He's still quite angry.
Yeah. I had a feeling that would be the case. I'm not.
Mother misses you.
Is there? I know I can't get him to forgive me, but all I care about is you forgiving me.
Just never didn't.
I felt like I had to prove to you that I know better now and how sorry I am.
I know, and I was scared.
So was I.
That was all. And then you left before I could tell you that it was okay.
I didn't have a choice.
You stayed left.
It was hard to try and come back. I wanted to see you. But I kept replaying how you looked when it happened. I needed time to forgive myself, to allow myself to come see you again.
Well, you're here now.
Yeah.
I suppose.
I'm glad I saw you. I do want to catch up more.
I'll find you tomorrow. She leans in and she like hugs you. And she presses her head against the side of yours.
I hug back. Basically the same thing.
She breaks away from the hug and she sort of just smiles. Then starts heading off towards home. And then Magda walks over.
Who was that? I don't mean to sound rude, Luna, but I don't think I've ever seen you hug someone.
Oh. Do I not hug people much? No, I suppose I don't.
Who was that?
You know how you know about the family I didn't want to see? So she's the exception, that's my sister.
Oh.
Yeah.
How many siblings do you have then?
One. Just her.
Right.
And I haven't seen her for 10 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's long. Well, it sort of seemed like you were okay with each other.
Yeah. We always got along when we were younger. Just one stupid accident and I never saw her again.
Oh. Right. Was it quite bad then? What happened?
You can't tell anyone else. Okay? So I am not a very good druid. The rest of my family are very, very powerful druids. They're really good at what they do. And
I don't mean to sound rude, Luna, but I've never heard of a druid doing quite what you do.
well, that's the thing. I didn't have the same powers or like abilities to do spells like my sister. She was very, very good at what she did, and because I couldn't do it, my dad looked down at me. Looked down and said how much of a freak I was. I looked different. I wasn't the same as my sister. And this power that I've got, I don't know what it is. But I would practice getting stronger with it, but I still could never learn any druid magic. And I wanted to prove to my dad that I could. That I was as powerful as my sister, I was as good, and I ended up using my magic on her, and she got hurt. And I was kicked out the house the next day.
Oh. I don't really know much about magic. And I don't really know much about where I am the way I am either. And, well, as you know, I got thrown out of my own situation because people thought that I was hurting people, and I obviously wasn't. So I suppose that's just my way of trying to say I'm sorry that happened to you.
It's okay. It's just, it was nice to see her again. But
that's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
If she's happy to see you even after all of that.
It was a relief. I couldn't bring myself to come back home to see her and to try and contact her.
Yes, I can relate to that as well.
But she wants me to talk to my parents. And I don't know if I can handle that.
Well, I think sometimes we have to do what's best for us, don't we? I haven't been in touch with my family since I left. It's not been 10 years, of course, but I don't feel ready, and I don't think I'd have anything good to say. And since we've been here with Benedict and his family, that all seems quite messy.
Yeah, but it also makes my drama a little less cataclysmic, I guess.
I don't know what that means.
It's just a big mess, I think.
Right.
I'm not that much intelligent than you are. I don't want to lose contact with my sister, so I'm going to talk to them. But only for her.
I think you should do what's right for you.
I thought I did that for 10 years.
Well, what I mean is, I think it's becoming clear that we all sort of do things for our families sometimes that actually aren't very good for us. and we do it because we feel like we should, but then you have, your father treating you the way that he did, even though you hadn't done anything wrong and it's not your fault, and Benedict with his family, and I didn't fit whatever mold it was that my family wanted for me, and they weren't very good to me and Indara's parents, and well, it seems like we all end up doing things for our families because we feel like we ought to, and actually, what are they doing for us? I'm not talking about your sister,
Yeah.
I think if you don't want to see the others, then, maybe don't put yourself through something that you don't want to, I suppose.
Yeah. I think we'll see how I feel tomorrow, because it was a very hectic day. I'm very.
It's been quite busy, yes.
Would you be able to do me a favor?
I'm sure.
Could you could you help me mend my clothes a bit more and sort my hair out, perhaps? So I don't look as bad.
You don't look bad, Luna.
Not, yeah, okay.
But yes, I'll help.
Thank you. But you can't move my hair out of my eye. That's the only thing.
Why? Is it stuck?
No, it needs to cover up my eye. And Luna's just going to show her. Pulls her hair back, and you see the massive, not massive, it's weird. There's a whole eye, whole eye is black, and there's like cracks and lines coming out of it, black. Has it gotten worse,
Oh.
Dana? No, it looks worse.
What happened? Was it always like that?
Not at the beginning of when I started doing my magic, but it's just been getting worse.
Does your family not know about it?
I can't quite remember if it happened when I was a kid or after I started using my powers a bit more.
Okay. Do you don't think you should just be honest with them?
I mean, it's not that I'm hiding all this, it's just I don't want to give anyone, especially him, any more reason to think of me as a freak.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but sometimes I look a bit like a bird.
Yep, but that's...
And one of our companions is a big blue dragon man, and well, actually, the weirdest one of us all is Risen, because she seems to have a very healthy family dynamic.
I know, it fucks me up a little bit. I don't understand that. They were so nice to me as a kid.
I think, and don't get me started on Jack and Rin, because they are quite a pair. But I think around us, at least, that's the least of your worries. But maybe, does your sister know?
I don't think so.
I think she's been kind to you when she's seen you. Maybe she would want to do something to help.
Maybe.
But I think, obviously, there's something that's happened to you that you don't remember, and your family might know something.
Perhaps I'll maybe start trying to wear my hair different then.
Only if you want to.
I don't. Maybe one day. And just as a side thing, I think you look really cool when you change into the bird thing.
Thank you. I wouldn't mind it, but it does wreak absolute havoc with my hair.
Yeah, but you're talking to the wrong person.
Well, I know, but you know I like things to be proper.
You need to let loose a little bit.
Well, I gather that I do, and I use very coarse language, and
Yeah, it's really cool.
I do quite like hitting things, though.
And you're very good at it.
I think I am as well. Yes, I will grant you that one. But thank you. I appreciate that. I've never had the opportunity to really look at it, actually. So, I would be interested to know, but obviously it only happens at certain times, and I don't tend to be preening in front of a mirror at that moment.
Well, next time it happens...
I usually get on with the hitting.
Yeah, after you've done hitting everyone, we'll get a mirror and we'll quickly show you or something.
Yes, that would be quite fun.
I was going to say take a picture,
I'll
but that's not
I'll
a
start
thing.
planning the combat in the Hall of Mirrors.
Perfect.
Anyway, I suppose what I'm saying is I would like to support you with whatever it is that you choose to do, but also don't make yourself do things because you think you should for your family, because I think what we're all proving is that that's actually not very good for us either sometimes.
Yeah, thank you. And same, if you choose to do something.
Well, not at the moment.
No, but when you do...
It would be quite nice to know what on earth is going on with me, and I think probably my father is one or two things to share, and I'm just scared of getting angry with them.
Well,
angry
maybe
with
you
them.
need to, or maybe if we're all there with you. But I'm here if you ever need to talk about it.
Thank you, Luna. We can be freaks together.
Perfect.
All of us. Anyway.
I need a drink now.
Even I might have a drink after today.
I really want to see you drunk again.
So you guys, you see now around you, like the sun is pretty much set whilst you've been chatting. A lot of people within the town have sort of stopped for the day. Are you heading to the tavern?
Yeah, everyone seems to be.
Yeah.
As you're walking like through the town square and towards the tavern, and you're sort of following the streets through, you see a lot of people with like bags or like baskets or sacks of belongings. And you see people where their homes have been destroyed. They're all being taken in by their neighbours, a place to stay. You head towards the tavern and you meet these guys inside. Benedict, I'd say you'd be there by now as well. It is busy in the tavern. There's like a makeshift corner where people have had their wounds tended to all day. Marvin, Risen, and Jack are flat out trying to keep people happy, supplying them with drinks and food. There's a lot of confusion and stuff still, as there has been all day. But you can see now, as you all sit in the tavern, sort of looking around, that everyone is looking after each other. And that no one's sort of leaving anyone to deal with it. Benedict gets a few stares when he walks in. But no one
Of
accosts
course.
you or starts shouting at you again. As you all sort of meet back up in the tavern. Leave it there.
Damn, so many deep, meaningful chat.
I know.
Many.
Yeah.
Luna's got a gabby eye, guys.
Very
Yes,
emotional.
The
Luna's
affliction-
got a gammy eye!
the affliction of gammy eye. Thanks, Jen.